maybe the single most honest reefer thing about the way that I do this fish keeping thing is how I do my water changes. Now, people are quite pedantic sometimes about the way they do their water changes, but I've found you can spend hours doing it. You can take the water out, heat the new water up, make the salt mix perfect, spend 2 days mixing the water first, or you can do it this way, and really the results are the same. What I do first is just get this little guy, blast up all the sides and stuff to get all this stuff that's hanging about off and floating in the water. Maybe give the sand a little puff as well. What I'm trying to do here is just get I'm mostly worried about these dinos. I want rid of them, and these little bits of algae like that there, try and get that off and floating in the water, so that when we take the water out, it's got the bad stuff in it. Some algae there as well. Let's get these, because these GSPs like to hang on to some crap in there. Get rid of that. See, it's already coming back in there. And then just give the pumps a little hose down. They all got washed last week. There's no point in washing them again this week. Get off the heater. That's good. I'm just going to move this power head thing down so it's inside where the water is going to be. And then here is a good tip for how to start a siphon without getting a mouthful of salty water. Stick a lot of the pipe in there, and that'll all fill up with water. And then close off this end with your finger, and then put it in the bucket. And then stop and get your phone out of there. So you can control this by just using your finger to stop the flow, so you can gather up all the different bits you want to gather up. Weird bits of algae on the rocks. I'm not too precious about it, and the amount that I take out is just however much before I run out of space in the bucket. Get all these algae bits down here. So we're about halfway up the bucket now, about 5 litres. Just get all this crap from here. The skimmers, I forgot to turn the skimmer off, so that's having a nightmare just now as well. Get as much of this algae that's floating out of the water as I can. So I've got about a quarter of the bucket left. It's quite handy doing it this way because you know exactly how much to put back in. Right, that's the bucket full. Right, and now I'll just turn the skimmer off, which I should have done to start with, but I forgot. There we go. That'll save the skimmer from getting destroyed. Now we'll get rid of this bucket of water. So you can see here this coral, this GSP is exposed just now. Nothing we can do about that. And there's a snail that's exposed. So we just need to get a move on and do the second part of the water change, which is to fill it up again. So let's go and get that. This is my water changing bit here. So we've got in here RO water, which is filling up just now. And this one's seawater collected from the 1st of 4th. Not tested, none of that. We just need a bucket full of it to do the water change. I've actually never tested it or tested the salt level or anything. I just take it and stick it in the tank. Maybe check the salt level in the tank once every so often, just to make sure it's okay. So if everything looks okay, I just tend to leave it. So it's about 15 degrees outside today. This is just going to go straight in the tank like this, because I don't have a spare heater to heat it up. So the only thing I really worry about is whether or not this is the salt water, because I get a bit confused what's what. So you can do that just by having have a wee taste of that. Yeah, definitely salt water. So just get that in the tank now. Get this skimmer back on. Then we just need to cap off this little bit here to get the skimmer suction going again. You can kind of see it through this little bulb here. You have a look. Down there you'll see bubbles coming up now. Nope, that's it going now. Good. And then we'll go and get our new rock, which we're going to put in that corner there for some new corals that are coming. A bunch of rocks in the garage here. So we need to find a new one for the tank to go in today. And that's quite a good one. These ones are quite good. That one's too big. I'm thinking this one, nice and flat, could go against the wall on the right hand side. That one's alright. No, I'm gonna go for this one. It's been in here for a few months, and it's been out of a tank for about 2 years. So let's soak in some RO water for the rest of the day until we've done the water change. We need that other bucket for doing the water change, so we'll just use this tub. Just going to rinse all this sawdust out of it first, and then just cover the rock. That should hopefully get any little bugs or bits of junk out of it that's decided to live in there the last few months. You can see some stuff already coming off of it. I'll just leave it in here for a few hours now, just to let it soak. So it's been in this thing for about 3 hours now. Just shake it to get all that crap out of it. Still some hanging on there. Right, I'm happy with that. Let's go and put it in the tank. So here's our new piece of rock, and that is going to live. Let's just bring that back up. We need this up high and pointing up high to keep, to keep the surface tension, to keep the surface agitated. Otherwise you get a load of stuff building up on the top there, so we'll just keep that there. And we'll put this rock in. I'm just going to lean it this way. I'm just getting there a bit better. Pick up that elephant coral. Oh, I've knocked over my new Zoras as well. We'll put that new elephant ear coral there. Look, there's a worm coming out of that rock. It must have came out of the elephant ear one, surely. I don't know if that is elephant ear. I'm not sure what it is, this coral. Because I've seen some things about cabbage, and this one, when I googled, was shown as elephant ear. That one was not. It didn't have this type there. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. It just came on something else that I bought. I should stick this on, but I'm not going to stick it on. I'm just going to leave it there like that and get my zoas back up. They can go in there. You can see these dinos coming out here. I've got my hand in the tank again. Not a fan of putting my hand in there. But anyway, that's it done. Water change complete. And that took, what, 15 minutes? No mixing, just seawater straight in there. And a little extra piece for some corals to go in. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.